Sounds pretty formal with me when you got aides, advisors, his staff, and your brother all on a call over how to combat allegations. You see, Chris Cuomo already stated that he wouldn't be objective because, you're not going to report negatively on your brother. I guess you can give them that. However, these new allegations, they're not even allegations. They're right out there. They've admitted to this. CNN has said, yes, this happened. Chris Cuomo said this happened. Andrew Cuomo's office said this happened. So it happened. It's amazing that CNN didn't do anything at all. CNN's Chris Cuomo took part in strategy calls advising his brother over misconduct scandals. And you know what I mean there, Susan Wabajak of YouTube. That's why I can't say that word. My content will get pushed down even further on the algorithmic gulag. So yes. But given the fact that Chris Cuomo has already stated he wouldn't be objective, but CNN hasn't been objective as well. So it's two in the same, I guess. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has reportedly advised by his brother, CNN anchor Chris Cuomo, on how to respond to the growing number of harassment allegations, if you will, that began appearing earlier this year for people familiar with the discussions told the Washington Post. The younger Cuomo brother reportedly joined Governor Cuomo's top aide, his communications team, lawyers, and a number of outside advisors in a series of conference calls made earlier this year to discuss claims from women that Governor Cuomo had inappropriately did stuff or made certain comments to the women without their permission. See, strategy calls. See, if Andrew Cuomo didn't do this, he wouldn't need to gather all the king's horsemen and all the king's men together in a room or in a conference call and have to go through this. But you see, when the Me Too canceling movement comes around for you, you're going to get it. The people who spoke on conditions of anonymity said Cuomo had advised his brother not to resign. Well, okay. So you're part of CNN and you're telling your brother in a political position not to resign. So you're giving advice. Sounds like a formal advice, and I'll get to you in a moment why I'm saying formal. So he was giving formal advice on not to resign. Okay. Two of these people present on one call said that Cuomo had used the term cancel culture as a on to hold firm in the face of allegations, the Washington Post writes. One professor at Columbia Journalism School, here we go, why I'm doing this video, and a New York staff writer, Nicholas Lehman, pointed out the conflict of interest, saying that if you are actively advising a politician in trouble while being on-air host on a news network, that's not okay. And it's not illegal. It's not okay. And it goes beyond, basically goes beyond to say that him doing that sort of, let's say, leaves a bad taste in your mouth, or should. And it should show you that CNN is not objective. CNN supports and gives comfort to the far left of this country. And so CNN released a statement acknowledging Chris Cuomo's involvement in the calls, adding that his involvement was inappropriate and a mistake. Oh, okay. So we'd expect some sort of punishment. Aha. Wait. Chris has not been involved in CNN's extensive coverage, and it hasn't been extensive, of the allegations against Governor Cuomo, on air or behind the scenes, said in a statement. Doesn't matter. He's still in the building giving aid and comfort to his brother over allegations. In part because, as he has said on his show, he could never be objective, but also because he often serves as a sounding board for his brother. However, it was inappropriate to engage in conversations that included members of governor's staff, which Chris acknowledges. It continued, he will not participate in such conversations going forward. Formally. You get my drift while I'm saying formally? However, it gets better. CNN reportedly will not be disciplining Governor Cuomo for the revelations. Yeah, of course, because CNN condones it. That's why. Governor Cuomo aides insist that his brother was merely part of an informal support effort. Sounds pretty formal with me when you got aides, advisors, his staff, and your brother all on a call over how to combat the allegations, if you will, of misconduct around Governor Cuomo. Sounds pretty goddamn formal to me, doesn't it? Not informal, formal. Formally informal? Who knows? There were a few full conversations with friends and advisors giving the governor advice. Said the spokesman for Governor Rich O'Party. Those familiar with the governor's office strategy calls, which Chris Cuomo took part in, said that while he regularly took part, he did not lead the conversation. He mainly gave political advice rather than addressing the woman's accounts. You still gave aid and comfort to him. Regardless of if he's your brother or not, you were there on, in my opinion, an official capacity, giving aid and comfort. Whether you want to say it's formal or you say it's informal, I say it's formal, but we all can agree that it's formally informal. But that goes to show you, folks, that where CNN lies on the political spectrum, they're far left. Where CNN lies constantly to you, saying that, we're objective, kind of. That's what you need to know. What did they do for the last 4 years while Donald Trump was in office? You get it. Y'all know. If you're listening to this content, you know what I'm talking about. As my stomach just growls for more food. But that's what goes to show you, folks, that there is no unbiased reporting in the news ever. You may get it from the post-millennial. The post-millennial only sounds on the right because they're taking a look on the left and the left side politics. But you see, when CNN looks on the left side politics, they ignore it. They don't have extensive coverage over Governor Cuomo's allegations of misconduct, if you will. It's amazing that, well, it's not really amazing. It's just par for the course, honestly, that CNN continues to pull this bull crap and basically shows us and shows the world that their bias runs deep and far. And to not give some sort of written reprimand to Chris Cuomo that what he did, giving aid and comfort to his brother's allegations, formally or informally, it just shows you that journalism's dead and buried, and these two motherfuckers right here are doing the fucking Watusi on it. That's all you need to know, folks and girls and boys and girls and cats and dogs out there in Lazaland. That's all you need to know.